What's good, my beautiful peeps? It is Jamfi. Now, what the hell is happening with Kishane Thompson? Is he injured or is he not injured? Is he pulling out of these races strategically, or is he pulling out because he needs to pull out and get ready for next season? Now we are going to break that all down in this video. Now before we do, remember to leave a like and subscribe to the channel, as it helps out a lot and it will be greatly appreciated. Now, to have a better context, we're going to start from the 2024 Paris Olympics. Now a lot of people are going to be like, Jamfi, we are finished with the Paris Olympics. Yes, we are finished, but to have a better understanding, we are going to start from the Paris Olympics. Now, during Kishane Thompson's participation in the Paris Olympics, information came out that he was actually feeling some discomfort or injured during his participation in the 100-meter event. Now, that was some speculations at first, but then Stephen Francis actually came out and confirmed this.
Back to the 100-meter finals, I'm not sure if you would have answered this. Do you think that, what were your thoughts on them holding the men for so long at the start of the 100-meter finals?
I think that they did what they had to do, but as I told Kishane, I said, Kishane, they did what they had to do. You should have done what you should have done, but just to leave the line. You should have left the line, go out there, tell them that when they're ready, they can call you back. Or whatever. You should not allow them to stand, you have you standing there for 7 minutes.
Yeah, it was very long, yeah.
Right? But I wouldn't really call it a bigger factor. I mean, it probably affected him a little bit more because he's not used to it.
Right.
Because these kind of pauses occur on the circuit sometimes, not as long, and they tend to occur at the big championships. But I have never seen it as long as that one. So I don't think he knew how to handle that kind of stuff as well. But I think his problem occurred when he came back after the semifinals with a hamstring problem.
Oh.
Right, and I think that from our perspective, we had to spend the entire time trying to get him ready to run, or to get him able to participate, because based on what he said he was feeling, it was uncertain. So Sean Terry Manboard had to be using all kind of techniques and so on to get him to not only to be okay, but to believe he was okay. And in the warm-up before they went to the car room, we couldn't, I mean, I had intended to emphasize a bit on the starting, and I knew that that was crucial. But you couldn't do it because you didn't want to encourage him to push out from the blocks and get himself hurt.
Now, as you all heard, Stephen Francis confirmed he actually came back with an hamstring injury after the semi-final, on which everybody who was supposed to help with it to make him believe that he was okay to run the final. Now, that begs the question, is that injury still present, or is that discomfort still present within Kishane Thompson? Now, why do I ask that? Well, starting from the Silesia Diamond League, he was mentioned in the starting list. He was supposed to run the race, but he did not. No, okay, everybody was like, probably he's pulling out strategically, giving his body rest, and he's gonna run the other Diamond League. Now, for the Silesia Diamond League, a lot of eyes were on Kishane Thompson, the silver medalist in the 2024 Paris Olympics, and Fred Curley, the bronze medalist. Now, a lot of people were saying this is going to be an epic revenge. Epic revenge. But don't get me wrong, we also had contenders like Ferdinand Omaniala, Akeem Blake, and Marcel Jacobs. Now, a lot of challenge was in that race, so a lot of eyes I should say, was on Kishane, and a lot of people wanted to see how would he perform, and those expectations did not come to reality, seeing as that Kishane Thompson did not start the race. Now, this is the official result we had from that race, which was the Silesia Diamond League, in which Fred Curley won that race, Ferdinand Omaniala came second, and Akeem Blake came third. Now, a lot of speculation started to arise, in which is Kishane Thompson in fully functional condition? Now, those questions started to arise, and trust me, it started to arise very, very, very quickly, because as I said, this race was highly anticipated, but everybody was saying, okay, Rome Diamond League is coming up, so probably he's pulling out strategically for that race. Okay, speculation started to die down a bit. So the starting list comes out for the Rome Diamond League, in which you guys can see on your screen right now. Now, for that starting list, we had Kishane Thompson, obviously. Then we had Fred Curley, let's see it to Boho. Then we have Jacobs. Then we have Christian Coleman, Omaniala, Akeem Blake, Akeem, and Jeremiah Azu. Now, again, this race was highly anticipated and a lot of eyes were on, you guessed it, Kishane Thompson. And again, a lot of people wanted to see that revenge between Kishane Thompson and Fred Curley, but remind you, we still had athletes like Omaniala, Christian Coleman, who was also to keep an eye on, Jacobs, the legendary Botswana, Let's Seal It to Boho, and Akeem Blake. So again, that race had a lot of competition and people were like, let's see how Kishane Thompson will perform. And if you guessed it, again, he pulled out. Yes, Kishane Thompson pulled out of the Rome Diamond League once again, and now people heads are falling off their body and they're so confused. Now, the new starting list for that obviously included the same athletes but without Kishane Thompson. Now, as you guys can see on your screen, this is the new official starting list for the Rome Diamond League. Now, as I said, those are the same athletes from the previous starting list but without Kishane Thompson. Now, my perspective is that Kishane Thompson is actually injured and he's just pulling out for preparing for the next season. That is my belief, because I strongly believe that he still has that discomfort. I don't know if it's the same hamstring injury, but I do believe he has some sort of discomfort, some sort of injury for him to be pulling out of these important races. I strongly believe that. Now, at first, I did believe that he was strategically pulling out for the Rome Diamond League, but when this starting list came out and after Kishane Thompson pulled out, I was like, no, something is wrong. Something is wrong, and for me, this confirmed that. Now, I'm not gonna call any name, but somebody from Jamaica said that Kishane Thompson was actually injury prone, and I pray to Jesus that this does not stick with Kishane, because Kishane has a lot of talent, my people. We can see that. Now, a lot of people are saying things like Kishane Thompson is too fast for his own good. You know, he's just a one hitter and all sorts of things. Now, that is why I said I strongly believe he pulling out of these races for next season to come back stronger and continue to dominate. That is my belief. But I would love to know y'all belief. I would love to know y'all perspective. I would love to know y'all thoughts on this, because as I said, this has been driving people crazy because a lot of eyes are on Kishane Thompson. A lot of eyes. A lot of people are saying he could drop that 9.6, you know. So a lot of eyes are on him, and these races were highly anticipated. And for Kishane Thompson to no longer be in them, I'm not, by no means I'm saying the race is not still highly anticipated. It is. But obviously a lot of people wanted to see the contribution that Kishane Thompson would have bring to these races and how he would have pushed these athletes to run amazing times. But my people, as I said, share your thoughts down in the comment section. Feel free to share. Remember to leave a like, and also remember to subscribe to the channel, as it helps out a lot and it will be greatly appreciated. But thank you for your time and thank you for watching. It is your boy Jamfeed. See you in the next video.